How I went from a paid video every other month to 2 videos every day, and how do I manage to do it while still posting on my personal channel and working with different channels as well. In this video, I'll answer his question. Sorry it took me that long, I apologize. And also give you some workflow tips if you have to make 2 videos like this every day. Okay, so first things first. I started editing 8 years ago.
It's been a long time.
Because I hated what my major was in uni, and besides, I've always wanted to make videos on YouTube, specifically on YouTube. It was a dream of mine since I was a kid. So I took a beginner's course on Premiere Pro, which gave me my first somewhat pro-looking projects, which I used to apply to any job listings that involved video editing. Skip a few boring details, a lot of denials and stuff, and I stumbled across a YouTube channel that needed an editor, thanks to a friend of mine. It was low pay again, but it gave me some experience and some projects that I could put onto my portfolio. Speaking of portfolios, I don't like show reels. I don't care. And that's why I have this YouTube channel, and that's why it's specifically on video editing and on DaVinci Resolve. Posting videos here got me my first traditional media job. It got me my other clients, and it even got me my gig here where I get to make 2 videos every day.
Sounds like a lot of work.
And before I move on to the second part of the video, in a few words, learning through every possible outlet, working for a little money or for free, and most importantly, making YouTube videos got me my clients. So don't be afraid to make videos, post them online to showcase your skills, no matter at what level you're currently at. The right people will see them, they'll see the value you can provide, and they'll reach out. Now let's jump into Resolve and let me show you a few neat workflow tips that I use in these videos. So first things first, this is a YouTube channel, talking head, gameplay, meme style. I get the raw footage that varies in length. Sometimes I get an hour, sometimes I get 40 minutes, sometimes I get 20 minutes.
These are a few of my favorite things.
And I have to make it make sense, to have a good tempo, to make it funnier with memes, and all that retention jazz. Nothing too hard. It's not like I'm making full-length documentaries on some geopolitical issues and stuff. It's just gaming videos.
This isn't a game! This is my life!
So first here, I have my project template. Very important to make one for every video. I have a template for my other clients, my personal videos as well. In that template, I have a few folders which I have colored for more convenience. I did write numbers in front, but whatever. I have my most frequently used sound effects in this folder, so I don't have to readjust them every time. This is simply done by dragging and dropping your sound effects once adjusted from your timeline to that folder. That's it. And the same goes for my zooms. Those gameplay videos are pretty static, so I've created zooms in an adjustment layer to make them a bit more dynamic. Now, for example, this little zoom in on the face camera is created with this simple node tree. I have copied the media in node, and then with a polygon mask, I have cut out the face cam. It's always in the same position in every clip, so that makes it really easy to reuse the layer on every single video. Then I use a transform node, and I just make sure that the pivot is on 0 and 0 values, which places the pivot at exactly the corner. So now when we zoom in and out, it zooms in and out right from there. I also have added motion blur. You don't need to go to 6, 2, 3 is totally fine. And now for when I want to zoom in on the gameplay, like here, I've created this adjustment layer, and the node tree looks like this. Again, I have copied the media in node, and with the polygon mask, I have cut out the face cam. No need for transform node here, obviously. I add the transform node here between the media in and the merge one. So now when I place my pivot anywhere, actually, this is where it will zoom in, and then I just add a keyframe at the beginning or whenever I need. Then I go a few frames, add another keyframe. Of course, don't forget, depending on the style, you would more often than not want to ease in and ease out these animations. So select all of your keyframes, press F on your keyboard, or use these handles, and You're easing in and easing out. Don't forget your motion blur. Instead of doing like the whole procedure, this saves me a ton of time. But the one that saves me the most time is my collection of memes. I got them from various websites like YouTube, Vlipsy, this site right here. And one that I like is getyarn.io. You just write your quote and it finds you clips from various movies and TV shows.
I've already subscribed.
And of course I have a folder for other heroes and other photos. I use nothing special, no need to talk about that actually. I do use power bins. I have dedicated videos on power bins, so you can check that out. There I just keep my cross-project assets, like for example sound effects. I also use Soundly for sound effects, but I use the free version, so a lot of the times I have to go to YouTube or other platforms, but they're random actually, so yeah, it's mostly YouTube and Soundly. I also use Recut to trim out my raw footage. For example, this 40-minute something video can look a little intimidating, but after a few seconds it gets rid of the silent parts and removes a ton of like waste. Look how many cuts it made. Like this would have been me to make them if it wasn't for Recut. I also think I found the best settings for these types of videos. And yeah, I do have an affiliate link which you can check down in the description, so you will get $10 off if you'd like to try Recut. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support this channel and me, there should be a free subscribe button somewhere here. Bye.